You
Dumebi
wouldn't
was a
believe
very
what her
beautiful
secret
girl
is.
in the village of Damsa. She was the only daughter of a wealthy king, and her beauty was like the bright moon shining over the village. Everyone who saw her could not help but talk about how beautiful she was. But Dumebi was not just beautiful. She was also a very smart merchant. She traveled far and wide, trading goods and bringing wealth to her family. When it came time for Dumebi to marry, people thought she would choose a rich man like herself. But to everyone's surprise, she married Obasi, a poor carpenter. Obasi was kind and loved Dumebi with all his heart, but he was as poor as the dry ground during the Harmattan season. In Damsa village, there was a tradition. When a woman was wealthier than her husband, she became the head of the house. This meant that Dumebi had all the power, and Obasi had to listen to her. Though Obasi loved her deeply, he sometimes felt like a small pebble lying in the shadow of a great mountain. He did everything she asked without complaining, but deep down, he wished that he could be more than just the man who followed her commands. Dumebi was happy with their life, traveling for business and making more money, while Obasi stayed behind, quietly wishing things could be different. Obasi was a hard-working man. Every day, he worked as a carpenter, shaping wood with his hands. But when he returned home, life was not easy. His friends, who watched him quietly, teased him. Obasi, you are more like her servant than her husband, they would say with laughter in their voices. Do you even remember what it means to be a man in your own house? Obasi would smile weakly, but their words were like thorns in his heart. At home, Obasi's life was even harder. Every day, he cooked the meals, swept the floors, and washed Dumebi's clothes, all while she was away on her long business trips. He didn't complain, but inside, he felt like a leaf blown around by the wind, having no control over where he landed. His hands worked without rest, but his heart felt heavier with each passing day. The love he had for Dumebi was still there, but the weight of being treated like a servant was growing too large for him to carry. He wanted to be more than just the man who did the chores and took orders. But Obasi never spoke up. His lips stayed sealed like a pot with no lid, holding